It's offensive to the families that have people that are kidnapped. It's offensive to the people that have lost their loved ones because of terrorism. It is spit in their face. Islamic cleric Sheikh Gumi is stirring up quite a storm. Again, he is protesting the federal government's list of individuals and entities linked to terrorism financing. And let me tell you, Nigerians are talking. Everyone who cares about their safety should be concerned about this. Let me know what your thoughts are on Sheikh Gumi's comments. Comment down below. Now, according to the government, they've uncovered the identities of 15 entities allegedly involved in terrorism financing. But Sheikh Gumi is not having any of it. He's foaming at the mouth over this list of people suspected to be behind the insecurity in the country. I'm talking about the bombers and the masterminders of the Abuja Kaduna train attack, the Owo massacre, and of a lot of the kidnapping and murders that we're hearing that's happening in the news. In a Twitter space session organized by the Daily Trust, Gumi made it clear, and he's said that he's not buying what the government is selling. He's throwing shade at the security agencies, saying that they have no right to label anyone as a terrorist financer. And listen to this. He's suggesting that no Nigerian would ever dream of financing terrorism. Yep, you heard that right. According to Gumi, these terrorists are funding their operations only through kidnapping. So basically, it's only the ransoms that they collect from the families. That's how they're funding their operations. I have many questions. First of all, how come Sheikh Gumi knows so much about their operations? How come? Well, interestingly enough, one of his friends is on the list. Gumi's ally, Kaduna-based publisher Chakir Mamu. He's smack dab in the middle of this controversy. He's facing trial for the alleged aiding of terrorists involved in the Abuja Kaduna train attack. When they asked Gumi what's his stance on it, he said let the courts decide. He's calling for due process and slamming what he sees as a media trial. I am beyond shock because what exactly is happening? Has Sheikh Gumi been called in for questioning? These are my questions. And I'm not the only one that feels this way. And Gossip on social media said, why is Sheikh Gumi still walking freely? Is Gumi above Nigerian law? Gumi's attitude of defending terrorist bandits can only be condoned in a country where there's no government. Do we have a government in Nigeria? We're watching, end quotes. But wait, there's more. Gumi also had an interesting word that honestly in my period, it was just like, are you threatening the president? Like, what? Anyways, he urged President Bola Tinubu to not repeat the mistakes of former President Muhammadu Buhari when it comes to dealing with bandits. He's basically saying that President Tinubu must and should negotiate with criminals to secure the release of the abducted school children and teachers. I'm beyond flabbergasted because it's like, does this guy have some sort of secret power that I don't know about? Is he in bed with the government? What is going on? Why has he not been called in for questioning? The government calls people in for questioning over less. Meanwhile, this Sheikh Gumi is going around defending terrorists. Like he's defending them. Abiodun on social media says, Nigeria is a joke. Why is the federal government afraid of arresting Sheikh Gumi? Exactly. Another person, Henry, said this. They are yet to tell us what is making this Gumi of a cleric, this bold and confident. His words have gone beyond personal opinion, end quotes. But really, what is Gumi's audacity? It's suspicious. Like, what does he have against the federal government? What does he know about them that allows him to get away with this? It's mind-boggling. What is the bottom line here? Tangled web of accusations, denials, high-stake negotiations, all of these things are happening. At the end of the day, what's the bottom line here, right? There's Sheikh Gumi saying this, there's the presidency saying that they're not going to negotiate. A lot of stuff is happening. But at the end of the day, innocent lives are hanging in the balance. And there is pressure for a resolution. Is Gumi going to become our peacemaker? Should we let him? Because only time is going to tell. It's like he has a spell on the federal government. Sheikh Gumi needs to be called in for questioning. We need to understand why he can freely say these things and he's not being held accountable. What is it that he knows about this country that we don't know? It's wrong. People should not be able to speak about terrorists like this. People should not be defending terrorists. Imagine defending terrorists like this in America. Have you lost your mind? You will be bundled up, sent into a far prison where you will never be seen again. Yes, you will get a fair trial, but you will be bundled up. Number two, it's unpatriotic. It's unpatriotic for him to defend terrorists like this. You don't see people defending terrorists like this in other countries. Where is the patriotism? On what grounds does he have to say, how can a list of people who are funding terrorism be created by the federal government? So what, the government should be sleeping? The DSS should be sleeping? The agency should be sleeping? What are we saying here? Is Nigeria a real place? No. It's offensive. This thing is offensive. It's offensive to the families that have people that are kidnapped. It's offensive to the people that have lost their loved ones because of terrorism. It is spit in their face and something needs to be done about it. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts because this one passed me. It passed me. Meanwhile, next news story. No foreign travel for the next 3 months. Woo! Some Nigerian politicians are not going to like this. Click on the next video to find out what's happening.